Hey guys, Mason here, Cardinal Gaming. I know, looking pretty sad, isn't it? Jeez. Open a couple days, and you guys just wiped me out. Man, I tell you. Getting product is rough right now. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about today a trend that I am seeing. And this may be a little, a little rough for people to hear, for people to think about and to accept. But this is just my opinion and what I'm seeing for the market. Take it for what you will. Your region may vary, your mileage may vary, whatever you want to say. This is just what I'm seeing for the market from my end, and I'll make a point and try to elaborate what I'm basically trying to say here. The PWCC auctions ended this week. There's been a lot of coverage on that. A lot of coverage about the prices and how a lot of things are going down in value, and base sets down to being pretty cheap, and even raw cards are down there being pretty cheap. Things like Shadowless is retracted a lot. Of course, everything that's first edition is still holding pretty good, as it should, because it was undervalued in a lot of ways in a lot of certain sets. So that's not surprising. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of this, unlimited base set, jungle, fossil, that kind of stuff. Yeah, just kind of going back down to what I would consider reasonable prices. And I think, as the market matures and as we kind of move through and people either get done collecting and just move on to something else, if people start going out more with the restrictions get lifted, stuff like that, or just in general they just become dissatisfied with Pokemon and just move on to something else. I think a lot of people that are collecting the old stuff out of nostalgia's sake are potentially just not there like they were back in even in November, and then on to the rest of the year. Earlier this year we saw still very strong demand for a lot of that early sets cards. So that's not too surprising, because that's kind of how these things develop. Nostalgia trips and things that people get back into stuff, and people that are riding a nostalgia wave, they hit what they remember, what they like the most, and then they kind of, if they do expand, they expand out to things around there. So we're seeing lots of big numbers like we have been for things like the Neo sets, Gym Hero set, Team Rocket set is like super popular. I think a lot of people just like the cool dark Pokemon and kind of a change of pace on that. So and then kind of like the e-reader sets, stuff like that. Stuff that is a lot rarer than the base set stuff. It's just you don't see it as much. People are moving into that field and kind of expanding their collections, which is cool. That's a good thing to see. From a singles aspect, the market's still very strong. But a lot of that vintage stuff and graded obviously is seeing kind of a cool down. And then on the flip side of that, on the other spectrum of the market, modern is still very strong. Shining Fate stuff still very strong, selling a lot of that. Champion's Path is even selling. Okay, go ahead. But again, that stuff's drying up now too. We got Battle Styles with ETBs has just dropped. I have tons of ETBs right now, and I got what 11 booster packs sitting here. 11. Who bought an odd number? Okay. Anyways, booster boxes are non-existent for Battle Styles right now, so that's an interesting thing that we're gonna see probably a price change very, very soon. But yeah, just modern is still going strong, still killing it. Chilling Reign is gonna be insane. The Eevee sets, oh my god, those cards. The Attack on Titan, Espeon VMAX, that card's beautiful, amazing, awesome. But yeah, modern is going to continue to be strong, and we are seeing, and people are discussing. I haven't made a video about it because I don't have numbers, and I don't want to talk about stuff until I know for sure. But they're saying Chilling Reign is going to get really heavily allocated, and hopefully that just means that the other sets might be a little more stronger. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about that probably next week when I get my numbers, if we do get our numbers. hopefully we get our numbers. But yeah, Modern's doing great. Even like the more expensive stuff, waifus, full arts, that kind of stuff still going strong. Even just like people like fleshing out the complete sets, kind of like the cheaper like $2, $3 V and VMAXs. Those are still selling very strong for me. So yeah, the Modern is still doing great. And I thought people would start getting frustrated as we get into 6 months now with a shortage of sealed product. And for the largest IP in the world, a company that grosses $4 billion a year, how they can have any sort of printing issues where they could go up to any printer in the country and say, here's a ton of money, you're a Pokemon printer now until we tell you to stop. Why they're not doing that, or how they can't do that, I don't know. But clearly these issues are ongoing. We already know that we're getting chilling rain in waves, and it's going to be allocated. So we're still seeing issues with demand. People are still wanting to rip packs. Targets and Walmarts are still empty. So until that ends, Modern is going to keep taking off. And if you can't find the sealed product, people are going to be wanting to buy the singles. So singles, well, we've always said, go out and buy singles, so you don't have to spend, $600 on Champion's Path or whatever to pull those Charizards. Just buy the singles. Don't worry about it, and you'll get the card that you want. I'm seeing a lot of that kind of stuff, guys. So singles are still strong, moving good. Had a lot of people bring in collections here recently too. Again, that's just an ebb and flow, but more than usual movement of a selling. So good for me because the market's so strong. But yeah, cards are moving and changing hands. And for as much part of the time I'm getting in, for singles wise, they're going back out on the website. So that's awesome to see. And yeah, just shows the health of the market that there's sellers and buyers. And unfortunately, in vintage, it seems like there's a lot more sellers than there is buyers right now. So that's fine. That just means prices will go down, and then maybe potential opportunities will develop. For things that maybe you get slept on, or changes of prices drop so low that somebody sees, wow, that card shouldn't be that low, and take advantage of a situation. I don't know, but yeah, I'm seeing that a lot. Vintage is slow moving, Modern's moving great, and obviously sealed is still doing its thing, and it will continue to do its thing. So yeah, it just kind of says the state and kind of like what era we are in this kind of Pokemon boom, that people are branching out. Modern is still doing great. People still love opening packs. I mean, if you are into Pokemon, there's very little nostalgic, more so than, wait, did I phrase that right? Nothing's more nostalgic than opening packs. Everybody enjoyed doing that. So it makes sense that no matter what it is, so long as it has Pokemon on the pack, people want to open it. That is what the experience is. Nostalgia. The cards can be not so much, but a lot of people do enjoy the Modern cards. They look awesome. They're bright, colorful. Pokemon's killing it as far as the art and just the direction for these sets. So I think there's a lot to like if you are just an old fan of Pokemon in the Modern stuff. So there's a lot to be said for what Pokemon is doing, even though they can't print anything and keep up with demand. The product that they're putting out is good, so that's a good thing to see. But yeah, that's just where we're at, guys. That's what I kind of make this video about. And even though one part of the market is sagging and not doing so great, we're still doing fine over here in Modern, and the hobby continues to grow and is still seeing just, I think, amazing movement in the Modern sector. So that's really awesome to see. That's all I got, guys. Hopefully you'll be able to find some battle styles out there in the wild. Hopefully you'll get some of that Wave 2 restocks near you, and hopefully you can pick that up for MSRP now. That's awesome to see. Shining Fates, like I said in so many videos, it seems like it's on its way out. I don't know of any more product that's coming out, so if you're able to find that for a good price, I would say now's probably the time, because this last wave just hit, and then after that There's no knowledge on any other Shining Fates until it does get a reprint, which it more than likely will. But if they're anything like the most recent reprints of everything else, it's not going to be enough. So, all right, guys, that's enough. I think we're good. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.